they don't really look to take the towers just yet. As long as they can hold their own with the tombstone defensively, I think LGD are really happy. They almost have a full mech on Undying now as well. That is pretty huge.
Getting so big on him. Razor, who's been free farming top, still hasn't got it. I say free farming as much as he can with 3 deaths to his name. But that mech on him is really, really delayed.
It really is. Some pinks coming out here. They know exactly where the Sanking is. But they're going to try and take the tower anyway.
They can't really do anything about it. Like, you're looking at the 2 heroes who don't have a stun. So Yao could just walk up inside the Sandstorm, sit there, and plasma field damage might do some work. The Illumina, she hitting nicely, but the tower's within deny range, so LGD would just get rid of this. They're happy to let it go and just give a little bit of gold, but not the huge amount to Fnatic.
Yeah, it's very good. Nice deny there, and worth the rotation as well for Storm.
Ohio, he's too far down. The call down. Ohio's actually dead here. The call down would kill him if the Rocket Barrage didn't. And Yao also making his way up. They triggered the drum charger, so good movement speed to reach Johnny. And Johnny duking it around the tree line. He sees them with the Dire Observer Ward, so he knew where they're making their move. Throws the shards out, keeping LGD back.
Can he TP out, though?
He doesn't have to.
Oh, they actually backed off.
MMY didn't jump for it. They instead go after Mushy, who thought, yeah, they're going to be chasing my teammate. Instead, they're killing the Night Stalker in the mid lane. KOXYT being in, but he's here just too late.
Wow, this is such a snowballing Storm as well. Fnatic, they don't have the best heroes against Storm. Sure, you have the Night Stalker Silence, but that's really the best that you have. Fisher's okay, but not that great against Storm as well.
It's almost like you need to have that Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker so we can get the instant Echo Slam stun.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like almost a Blink Dagger on the Tusker, so it's a follow-up Walrus Punch.
You need the combinations to land on Storm. You can't just do one Fisher and hope that that's going to stop him. So, of course, if you can get the silence on him, that's a very good chance of killing the Storm. But now he's looking so tanky, buying into the point booster, going for the Bloodstone as well.
But there is an upside. The fact that he doesn't go for a BKB at the start means at least the silence is still able to be effective, and as well as the stuns.
Yeah.
Of course, on the flip side, he's insanely tanky, so you can stun him, but if you don't have enough damage during the period of time to kill him, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
he still lives.
This Bloodstone is really going to speed up farming, but they have more things happening as well, as they almost have the full Blink Dagger on Shaker. As you mentioned, they need this item.
There's the Blink Dagger over on the SK. Gave Yao the last of the mid lane farm to get it.
I'm wondering what Mushi is buying here, because he has a lot of gold, but he did not upgrade his boots at all.
Maybe he's feeling like Midas is where he has to run
here.
That
could be it. That could be it, for sure. It's a very good item on Night Stalker.
Yeah, there's the Glove of Haste. This could just be the completion of Treads, but he would do that from the side chop if he's going to do it.
Yeah, this is definitely Midas.
Yeah. So they feel like they need to play the catch-up game, get to the Aghanim Scepter, get his BKB and everything else. Middle lane, the prep is coming as Keeper to Light is going to be recalling in Mushy, waiting for the chance here. They snowball up. They go after Sylar. They got to stop the call down with the Echo Slam and Fissure as he catching on MMY with a Burrow Strike from Yao. Catching out too. MMY is going to keep him up, and in comes Maybe with a stun from Ohio. Really hurting him hard, but it's just not enough. In comes Maybe. KYXY going to be dragged back in here to a triple kill of Maybe. The Burrow Strike to Mushy. Fnatic getting team wiped. Maybe he's got a haste rune. He could chase after Kerchik. He can't see him with a Static Remnant. Yeah. And Kerchik made the wise decision. Run down south away from the fighting.
It starts by them getting off the Gyrocopter, of course, but then the punishment comes in. They can't kill the Tombstone. They can't take these fights. Team fights are just impossible for Fnatic if they cannot get rid of that. Or at least they have to burst down the Undying, but he already has a mech.
Yeah. How do you even burst him? They took so much to try and even kill off the Gyrocopter at the start of that, and you kept the Undying out with the Fissure, but at that point...
yeah, when the Tombstone is down, they just have to scramble and try to get out of that fight, but the only one who makes it is the Caudle. Not the man you want to have survive as well.
And that's primarily because he wasn't in the middle of it. He just sat a little bit further out of the fight, throwing out his Illuminate spam.
And he is going for the Aghanims on Caudle, despite having a Night Stalker in your own team. I really don't understand what they're trying to do.
Unless his choice is a 4-staff, but yeah, you're right. No, it's an Ogre Club as well. Club. Yeah, okay. Yep, it almost feels like a contradiction of draft.
It is an anti-combo. Let's call it that, Toby. Well, they're trying to push mid lane now, knowing that, well, actually the Sanking ulti wasn't even used, so okay. There's actually not that easy of a push mid.
And they don't have any vision of that high ground either, so they could just assume that Yao is up there waiting for him. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, Mushy actually finding Sylar. The rocket is put down, and Mushy, he knows he can't do this. Ohio would have to walk straight past an entire creep wave to do it.
Yeah, it's a question of who finds who. When you get the rocket on you, you know you're going to get stunned. Rocket barrage could easily bring you down really low, despite being a Night Stalker.
Maybe he's about to finish this tier 1 tower on top lane. He's got Cardi helping him out, and this is not what you want to see for Fnatic. This is now where your towers become level with 2 tier 1 towers for either side going down. And even LGD having one of those being denied.
That is truly amazing. Maybe averaging 6.4 kills at 15 minutes in. That is really, really high average for TI.
It's a very active Storm.
Yeah.
Or just hero himself.
Oh, just player.
Yeah.
Just player.
Yao. Blinks up, can't get close enough to the Razor. Ohio, I don't think he really wants to be where he is. He's right underneath the Radiant Observer Ward, and he's practically alone.
Yeah, they could jump pretty far as well. Finds a haste rune even, but they're gonna chill out. Look at the map, how many sentries are down by by Fnatic. This is a lot of economy going into these sentries.
What are they even looking for? Is it just dewarding?
I think at some point you can drop too many sentries, and this is sort of it. When you spend this much gold into detection like this, I think it's dewarding. Yeah, mainly. I mean, there's the Sandstorm, but that's it for Invis.
The hilarious thing is that they didn't find any of the Observer wards.
Look at the Observer ward just sitting between every ward, just actually chilling.
And LGD don't need the full vision anyway. If they have it, it's a fantastic thing, but their lineup could just 5-man mow down Fnatic, and they know it.
I think Fnatic are on the right track, though. The vision is super important when you play a Storm, and if they can't find the pickoffs, that might be a way that Fnatic can, you know, start slowing game down, getting their items up, and then fighting. But fortunate in their D-wards.
Okay, X has finally got his mech up and running. The double TP is coming to the mid lane. Mushy triggers nighttime and maybe just jumps after him, dragging him back. Yao still got Burrow Strikes and Mushy. There's no running away. The Storm Spirit will take the kill.
And the blood. He has his Bloodstone starting to fill up now. Every single gank. He's got to pay him off so much more.
And he's almost got as many kills as he's got Bloodstone charges right now. 8-0-3 on this Storm Spirit. I think it's almost time for another jump up towards Johnny. Johnny still with Snowball available, but he'll never get it off. The stuns just remain for too long, and the Tombstone in case Fnatic was going to counter-initiate.
Just perfect chain stunning right now by LGD. Having that 3 points up in Vortex, and then Sanking follows up.
And they just keep pushing into this tier 1 tower. Fnatic, even with the Fissure, even with the Illuminate, they cannot stop the push from LGD.
No, this push is definitely too dangerous. And I'm getting really worried for Fnatic because the item progression is there for every single player on LGD. They get the BKB now on Gyrocopter completed up, the Courier's delivering it. And Force Staff and Blink on Sanking, pretty much.
Yeah, it's not what Fnatic wanted to wake up to in the morning.
Yeah.
This is not their game at all. 20 minutes in, when you got a deficit of almost 12,000 net worth as well as 14k experience,
there's a reason LGD is called one of the strongest teams at TI. Yes. Because they are really terrifying.
Sylar, actually good position to try and gank him up. That BKB, however, is wonderful protection.
Yeah, but they're behind him still. Can they maybe block him with a Fissure, but it's too close to a tower.
They still want to wait out as well the BKB time.
Yeah. Might not go for it. Smoke Gang now by Radiance.
Yeah, they're coming up. They realize all the Fnatic were up inside their jungle and ganking up the top lane, so they try and loop around to the eastern part of the Dire jungle. And now their smoke will break, so they know exactly where Mushy is. Johnny is still right behind him and will need to shard to keep the rest of LGD out, but they just Burrow Strike over on Johnny, taking out the Sun. The silence will be there, but then again, you're getting such damage on a Mushy and Johnny at the side of the fight that MMY just going to go to town, punching him down. Fnatic, there's losing Mushy as well as maybe jumps around. The Burrow Strike back through too. This is a horrible fight. This could even be the first GG call when you actually don't even lose a tier 2 tower.
I think they're going to keep trying, but they cannot find an opening for the... Oh, are they still going to kill the Shaker?
Yeah, they found the Shaker as well, up in the trees. The Echo Slam from Ohio, looking for some kind of counter. Maybe we'll run in here. They control him. It's a full team wipe in favor of LGD.
15 charges. Okay, this Storm is snowballing harder than he ever could. Like, 15 charges at 21 minutes in, and they didn't even have to use the ulti. Like, Sanking still has his ulti. How are they winning these fights so hard?
The controls can even be even better. This Courier's bringing out a Yule Scepter now. You can basically take player after player out of fights. 4-star Finn for Yao. Fnatic's got no answer to this.
Yeah.
Like, you can de-push all you want. You can take out the creep waves, but it's only going to take one creep to get anywhere near the tier 3 tower, and LGD won't even back off. For now, they can actually secure Roshan or look to take out the remaining Tier 2 towers of Fnatic.
Yeah, that's how it's looking. Fnatic need to rely heavily on Shaker. Ohio has to do some carrying in this game, but in that last fight, he had the Echo ready and he was outside of the fight, but they just didn't stack up enough. He couldn't get the blink in. He only used the Echo when he was being picked off at the end there.
It's
looking grim, Toby.
Yeah, I'm trying to remain positive at this point for Fnatic, but what they basically need is the rubber band to kick hard.
They do.
That's really all that's going to save them from this. They've got to catch out some core Fnatic players, LGD players, when they're just out of position. That's all that's really going to help them here.
Yeah.
And catching out anyone, because they've got such a huge advantage on every single player.
They even have a Yule Scepter now on Storm, so even if you get the silence from Night Stalker, this is purely to counter that as well. He can just remove that. So this is getting harder and harder to say who's going to be the possible kill. You go on Sanking, he can Force Staff away. You go on Storm, he can Yule Scepter himself. You go on the BKB Jarrow, like all of them are difficult.
Yeah. Fnatic, when she's coming out with a Sentry Ward, unfortunately for him, like, look at this Sentry Ward coverage. They're trying to get rid of the aggressive ward.
All the wards.
Yeah, they actually miss every single one. They commit 3 sentries to find the 2 observers.
He finds that one.
Okay, 4 sentries to find 1 of the 2 observers.
That's not even 4. That's like they have 7 sentries down in their own jungle in total. They're really spending a lot of money into that, and you can see it in their item progression. They're suffering. The top 4 net worth are LGD heroes.
They're going to lose them all now. MMY is walking in here with a gem. So all of their counter vision doesn't count for squat.
Yeah, they get to see how many sentries have been put down.
Yeah, look at the ping actually. Well, yes, from one of our spectators. But bottom lane, so Fnatic, if you can't see LGD, just fight in an area where you believe that they will just move, like predict their movement. That's if they want to try and fight in this bottom lane. They leave 1 observer ward behind.
I mean, they do have some intel, at least on Fnatic. They have their own deep wards, so they see the movement, but the problem is LG is infesting their side of the map right now, taking that over.
Where else can you go? Like, as you said, like LGD, they're all over Fnatic's side of the map. You got to go to the Radiant side.
Yep.
It's the only option you got.
Safest place is enemy base.
And I'd love to say you could just do like we just go for Roshan to try and catch up on the farm.
They're trying bottom.
Yeah, Fisher in with the shards. They're not trying anything. This is a, hi, we're down here, so the rest of you guys TP and try and find kills on us. Johnny's TP takes a very long time. And this just means Fnatic can now move into their own jungle. They get themselves out as quick as they can.
Yeah, they're centering down.
How much money? This is when I kind of wish we had that quick buy. Like, how much money did you spend on wards during this game already?
Yeah,
Fnatic would have to be somewhere near like almost 1,000.
I am actually baffled. I've never seen so many sentry wards bought by one team at 25 minutes. Like, actually ever. It is insane. But that stunts your growth so much. And normally we see that against a team with Invis heroes. Like, even against a team with like 3 Invis heroes, we might not have seen this many sentries. They were really scared of LGD's vision and control of the map. But they're not really countering it effectively enough.
No, they're not. For every 4 wards that were placed, they find 1 observer.
Yeah, that's not good return.
Well, Fnatic, this push is coming on the bottom lane from LGD. Ohio's still sitting there, but it's a level 1 Echo Slam. He doesn't even have level 2 on this thing yet. And Razor hasn't completed his BKB. Mushi also trying to do the same kind of thing, reaching BKB, but not there yet. Pumping the hand of Midas as much as he can, but they're just too far behind in Fnatic. Are they actually looking to fight? Okay, they're going to try and fight outside in their Tier 2 tower.
I don't know if Tier 2 tower is a fight they can take, though. It's probably just going to be attempt to split push or delay them as much as possible and fight the high ground.
They're buying a gem of their own.
They need 11 on Shaker as well, because level 1 ulti is not going to be enough.
Okay, so they've given